JJ the CPA here. So PPP 2.0. All right, so we got to put together a game plan here, and you can watch my coach's version, or if you don't like that, you don't like to be in the coach's huddle, now we're in a different huddle over here. So here's the game plan for PPP 2.0. All right, and I don't mean game plan like we're getting ready to run some strategy to take advantage of the system. I just mean if you didn't get funding PPP first round, you didn't get EIDL first round, then this video is for you. And a game plan in the sense of how we can go about making sure you get your funding. Now, the one thing I'm going to note to you is that that right there is a heart for you. And it just so happens the way the light's reflecting here, okay? Look at that. It's right there on you. So here's what we're gonna do, all right? So if you've watched my other videos, just do this. Because that was all PPP1 and EIDL1, okay? So if you didn't get either, remember you're just gonna go. You're like, who is this guy talking? Hey, JJ the CPA, nice to meet you. So you're gonna do two things this time. We're doing two things. We're gonna get the EIDL and you're going for the PPP. Why? Because we can, and I'll tell you at the end. So the first thing you want to do, it's not available right now, okay, but you want to keep an eye on the SBA.gov website, okay, so it's like 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on April 21st. So right now, if you go to SBA.gov and you go to the EIDL, it'll also say COVID-19, okay. It's probably going to say, you know, funds have lapsed. So what you're looking for is when it can apply. And here's the thing, it can't be that you forgot or you got busy or, you know, oh, I thought I was at the site and I didn't realize. Like, you gotta really make sure you're at the right spot. You gotta really make sure you're seeing economic injury disaster loan, okay? Like, seriously, okay? Because you're gonna lose out on it if you don't really make sure you're getting after it on this one, okay? But you're gonna go ahead and apply for that, okay? You're gonna get the EIDL. And now, unless they come out with new information, here's how the EIDL is now calculated. Okay, on the DEDIL, it's $1,000, okay, per employee. Now what I understood it to be, and to be honest with you, I mean, the SBA info, it's from what I've heard from another CPA and other sources, so to speak. But if you're the only owner, so if you have a real estate business, you don't have any employees, then you're definitely doing the EIDL. You don't have any employees, well, it's one for you. And then when it says, what are your total, what's your total income? It's just, what did you make last year? You have to know, you have to figure it out. You have to know. It doesn't require your accountant, doesn't require your CPA. I mean, at a minimum, like pull out the last 12 bank statements. If you're a rental company, right, it's like, well, I collect $1,200 a month. Well, what's 1,200 times 12? Boom, there's your income, right? Need your total expenses. Okay, you can't get overwhelmed with this because there's people that froze them not knowing what those numbers were. Can't freeze you, okay? Like, seriously. Is it your business? Yes. Do you have the bank account? Yes. Do you write the checks? Yes. Then you should know what the income and expenses are. If it's not exact, it doesn't matter. No one's gonna put you in cuffs over it. And I don't mean that you get to make it up and just make up whatever number you want. I'm just saying, this can't be the reason that you don't get this done because you're waiting on somebody else. Now, if you do have wages, right, you've got other employees, right, then how many employees do you have? And this, in my understanding, is the true employees, okay? So whatever your number is, okay, you put it down. Now, if you have wages, you're going for PPP and the EIDL. Yes, we are. Let me tell you why. Because on your application, okay, there's a question about the EIDL. Now, when we had PPP1 and EIDL1, okay, it was 10 grand for EIDL. Now it's 1,000 per employee. Okay, so even if you're getting 5, 6, 7, whatever. So get it both. And guess what? It'll just be a reduction. Big deal, but you need the money. This is the last round. It's the last round. Okay, can't be any more hesitations, no more questions. But see, when we start with you, okay, you have to go through a bank. So the bank in here, in some ways, is like, you got to get through them to get to the SBA. So you got to make sure you're with the bank that's going to get her done. Okay? So if you're at a bank and you had application with them and they didn't get it done, you know, whatever, at this point, it's just water under the bridge. I don't know what to tell you, right? But if it's a huge bank, you know, they're setting aside all these monies for small banks. So if you're at a big bank, you're just going to have to make an intelligent decision here. You're going to have to make a decision, okay? Make one. If you're going to stay with the big bank, I don't know that they're getting any more funding. I don't know, but they're saying this is going to small banks, it's going to small employers. So just think, like draw your own conclusion, okay? Draw your own conclusions. You can do it, because if you're a business owner, you don't need nobody telling you nothing on taking care of your business. You know exactly what you're doing, right? You don't go like, well, should I help that customer or should I tell that customer yes? You just do it. This is your business. This is your business, okay? So point is, you got to just make sure you are hooking up with the right bank, and you can start now, right now. Now, I can't endorse it, and I don't even mean it like, gee golly, I think it's good, but I can't really say. I have no idea, but people are doing PayPal. I have no idea if that's going to work out. I have no idea. People are going to Kabbage. I've heard good things about Kabbage. I have no idea. You cannot go to them and say, well, JJ did, and then if you don't get it, put in the comments, well, JJ, you told me PayPal was good, because I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, here's other options I'm hearing about, right? And Square Deal and whatever, and you know, those companies, I don't know that they're going to do big deals. I don't know, because that's not what I'm doing here. What I'm telling you is pick your quarterback, because they're going to throw one more Hail Mary here. Well, you're right. I'm doing a little coaches stuff. But you got to pick that bank, because they're going to the SBA. They're going to have your application. Okay? They're going to get that PPP for you. So what are you going to do to make sure that they got it done? Like, what are you going to do? All right, so think of something, you know, maybe you don't have kids, you know, it just depends on your age. So, you know, let's say you have kids. Let's say it's your, you know, your sibling or your favorite uncle or your parents, right? Or, you know, your favorite animal, you know, that's been a pet forever, right? Think back, like think of who you really would be like, I'm taking a bullet for that person. You know what I mean? Like, who is that person for you, right? Now, most of us, like even me, I've already, you know, I've thought who that is, right? But now I want you to put yourself in that position. And now you need to look out for you and for your business and for your employees. And you need to do all you can. And I'm not even saying last time you didn't, because unfortunately there was a lot of people in there like, I mean, I put it in, they told me I was good. Like, why would you follow up? You know, hey, I'm just checking out. Yep, you're good. I mean, why would you keep doubting that, especially if you've been at a bank forever, right? So people that didn't get the funding and had the application, not at all am I saying it's your fault in any way, shape, or form, but this time you can't just assume. It's like, boy, if they can't convince you, I mean, you got a quandary, right? So, I mean, if you already got an app in somewhere, you can't assume that you're still in line. You can't assume that that app's still good. You can't assume that they're just gonna put you in line again, because this is money come from the government. You would need to have some kind of affirmation. You want confirmation. Do you need anything else, right? And if you're not getting answers, then maybe you need to get to another bank. Right? So if you can't get any answers and you got an app with them, well, let it sit there maybe, you know. Open another bank account, you know, smaller bank, right? Or at PayPal or whatever, okay? I can't tell you where to go, but see, that can't be your, well, I didn't know where to go. You got, in the next 15 minutes, when this video's over, in the next 15 minutes, if you have a bank that you can't get in touch with, you haven't heard from, and they let you down, okay? Then go find another option and let your application sit there. Now, you have to keep watching though. Then go get one. Well, gee golly, I don't know where to go. Then pick one. Well, I'm not sure. Then you Google it, right? And now at this time you're like, well, where am I gonna buy my tickets to the next Kiss concert? Or I wanna go see the Chainsmokers. You know, what, am I gonna go through Ticketmaster? Am I gonna go through StubHub? Am I gonna go through TicketLeap? You're just getting the tickets. You're just going through somebody to get the tickets. That's it. You're just going through somebody. So find who you're going through, find it, pick it, open an account. If you can do it online, if not, call tomorrow morning. Hey, I know I can't come in, but I need to open an account because I want to do PPP with you. Am I going to be able to do PPP with you? You know, I'm a new customer, but am I going to be able to get it done with you? Because I was let go. Let them hear your story. Right? If you do it online, all I'm saying is within 15 minutes of this video, you need to have another account set up or pick where you're doing it, and it needs to be done by tomorrow, like 10 a.m. Can't be anything else that's more important right now if you are in desperate measures. Nothing else is more important. Nothing. Not even your sleep. Not even your coffee. Nothing. This is what's important. Okay? You can drink coffee while you're talking. Right? But this is the key to it all right here. And I don't have the answer for you. Now, if you were in Oklahoma, I'd have the answer for you. I got my friends, I got my banks, but they can't help anybody outside the state. That's the key to it all. At least get in, get your EIDL. It's $1,000 per employee, okay? You can disclose that to the bank, right? If you're doing a new application at a new bank, right? And you're like, well, JJ, I mean, I haven't even done the EIDL. Then just put on there that you're doing it. And if it's just you, put $1,000 down and get the $1,000 from EIDL. Stop thinking about it. Stop overthinking about it is what I mean. Because this next round, if you got 0 on round 1 of EIDL and PPP, you're going for broke on these 2. You're going for broke. Okay? Not doing anything incorrect, because I'll tell you here in a second. So the second this comes online, hopefully it's like fireworks going off everywhere. I'll try and get word out as soon as I know, out on a video, right? Put it on my website, jjcpahelp.com. But you're gonna get applied for that, get that 1,000, or if you have 10 employees, get the 10,000. Now, unless they change it, it's 10,000 max. Now we'll see, because remember, at this point, it's 7:44 p.m., April 21st. You gotta remember, I'm shooting the video. This is where we're at right now. And I don't take down videos, okay? I put in the disclosure, the date, okay? So you know when we're talking about. So you're watching this a day from now, you need to look, go to SBA.gov, okay? Have they opened it up? Does SBA say something different? That's irrelevant. This little piece of information is irrelevant because you're going to SBA.gov and you want to figure, can I apply now? When can I apply? When can I apply? When can I apply? And then you're not waiting tomorrow, Wednesday, all right? It'll be the 22nd. By the end of the day, you will have another banking relationship, period. By the end of the day, if they're taking PPP apps, you're gonna put one in with them. Now listen, it hasn't even opened up yet. Hasn't even opened up yet. So you haven't really applied anywhere. So you can apply here. Now you do need to pull, you gotta figure out where are you applying, okay? Where are you gonna apply? Because you really only can apply one place. So this bank that you had your app at, if you did that and you didn't get any money, you got your new banking relationship, you're gonna put in the app. Hey, do you have everything you need? Does it look to be in good order? Yes. Are you getting ready to submit it? Yes. And even if they email back and they're like, hey, we submitted it. Oh, okay, sweet. You send an email over to this bank that isn't calling you back and you just say, I decided to apply somewhere else. Okay? Now, I mean, I'm not endorsing this at all, but I've had a few CPAs are like, they've said, you know, well, if they both go through, then when they come back, you just tell that bank's like, oh, well, I don't want those funds. So I don't know if that's the case or not. I would rather just go with, you know, you only want to have one application go into the SBA. Get one set up, get it in, right? Are you submitting it? And then they're like, hey, we submitted it. It's like, but what? Can you tell me what that actually means? Because you gave me an SBA number, but last time everybody had SBA numbers and there were still people that didn't get the funding. Right? It's supposed to happen like that. So you're gonna have to make some judgment calls, but you can't let what happened last time happen this time. So don't be in a position where you're like, man, if I would have made just one more phone call, if I would have just not done what I did last time and played it nice. And I don't mean you're playing it mean. I'm not saying that you're being rude, right? But we kind of, human nature is kind of like, well, I already called him. Okay, remember what I just said earlier? Think of that dog, that cat, that fish, that reptile, okay? Your son, your daughter, your cousin, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your stepsister, your stepbrother, okay? Your foster brother, your foster sister, your foster niece and nephews, mom and dad, the uncles and aunts and grandparents and great-grandparents. Pick one. Pick one. And now you're going to be that person's advocate. It's just that you are that person in this scenario. Be okay with that. Okay? Right? So if my granddad, Omar Abbott Slater, CPA, needs some money to have, some kind of medical procedure, I don't know. I'm gonna be staying after it. I'm gonna be figuring out, is it this surgeon or do I need another surgeon? Because at the end of the day, my grandfather needs a surgery by the end of the week. So you're gonna get the EIDL, period. When you go to do the new application, you're putting it in there. Now, even if you're like, well, JJ, I didn't put in an app yet, I don't know. Well, if you're planning on putting in the app for the EIDL, put on that you put 1,000 if it's one employee. Okay? You're gonna, at this point, you can't take the risk of not doing anything. You can't take the risk. Okay? The risk should just be, I'm gonna apply for both. I'm gonna assume I get this funding because I'm gonna get after it ASAP. So I'm gonna put that number on this EIDL. Okay? You're still gonna get your 2.5 your 2.5. Okay? You're still gonna get your line 31 divided by 12 times 2.5, or your 941, plus all the other things divided by 12 times 2.5. You're just disclosing this. If for some reason you don't end up getting it, then you disclose it at the end. Hey, I didn't get it. Or even really vice versa. So the thing is that you really, 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 really can't lose out on this one, okay? No one's more important than you to you, right? I mean, your kids are more important. So that's why I'm saying, like your uncle or whatever, that's why I'm saying put yourself in their position just this one time in this one set of circumstances. Allow yourself to be your own advocate on this one. Allow yourself to follow up. Get out of your comfort zone to follow up, to call, to verify, to check on, right? You talk to Linda, but Linda's in the branch, across the state, and she's not really sure, well, Linda, hey, who else could I talk to, And she wants to be rude and say, hey, Linda, gosh, you guys are working so hard. I really appreciate what you're doing, and I got employees, and I'm so sorry about being so, persistent, but Linda, I gotta have this money. I gotta have this money. And even if Linda's like, well, you know what? I don't know what to tell you. Bye. Okay. Call in an hour. Linda, hey, I'm sorry. Were you having a bad time? I'm just trying to find a number. Can you give me who could I talk to over in the branch near my house? I just don't know who I can have. Okay. And then when you call again, you're like, Linda, do you know who this is? And then you call 30 minutes later. Linda, listen to me, Linda. Remember that thing on YouTube went around viral? Right? Who's Linda? Linda is keeping you from your money. Linda is keeping your grandfather from getting a surgery. You gonna let that happen? You gonna let Linda just being frustrated because she's just overwhelmed for the day? She's not mad at you. She's not, is she really irritated that you're calling? Probably not. She's probably irritated because there's lots of people calling and she feels bad that people didn't get their money and people are being mad at her. Okay? What else could you do? Drive over to that state, bring them a couple pizzas. Linda, I just want to say thanks. Is there any way I can get that phone number? Is there any way I could talk to somebody? Oh, you don't like pizza? What do you like? I'll go get you. You want some Chinese food? I got it for you. Hey, I brought a note from my kids that said, thanks for helping me. Thanks for helping my dad. You can do it. You just got to find a way. None of that's manipulating. The banks work for you. And I'm not even saying that as rude. It's just a fact they work for you. And I don't even mean this with any disrespect to the banks, but they're clipping 5% for running some paperwork. And I get it, but the banks may act like they're doing more than that, but they're not. No offense to the wonderful bankers that I know and love. I know they're working their butts off by the sheer volume and taking phone calls and answering questions and entering in information. Okay, but let me think. So if you're a restaurant, think of the time it takes to make one meal for one customer or two customers, okay? You know, you greet them, you sit them, you have this person that's gonna take the order, you got another person that's gonna, cook it up, another person's gonna serve it up, this, and this, someone else getting a drink, someone else bringing it out, the other person said hi, another person's ringing them out, right? Maybe they're there an hour, rough, right? Think of all that effort, okay? That's the same effort they're putting in. Making dinner, making lunch for, a customer. And so I'm saying, yeah, there's some effort there, but their effort leads to thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for you. That same effort leads to you keeping your doors open. That effort leads to you being able to sleep tomorrow. That effort leads to you being able to pay your employees. That effort leads to you being able to pay rent. Them making you lunch, right? Because that's what they do. This is what they do, right? So when you go to the dentist, right, and they clean your teeth, floss them, right? Remember? Oh yeah, I meant to floss. Yeah, I meant to floss. Anyways, end of the story is this. You sit in a chair, that dentist works on your teeth for an hour, or the hygienist, right? The effort that took, right? I mean, they had to hire somebody, they had that office, you had to do all this stuff. But the dentist, that's just what the dentist does, right? You don't walk into the restaurant, you don't walk into the dentist and go, hey, sorry to bother you. I mean, I know you're real busy, but could you clean my teeth? I mean, I know you're busy, but would that be okay? I didn't want to bother you. Why would you do that? Because that's what they do. They clean teeth. That's what they're waiting to do. Okay? You don't walk into a restaurant and say, hey, gee golly, you look like you're busy, but would it be okay if I got lunch? Okay. How many of you had to wait to eat, and after like 5-10 minutes, you're like, I'm gonna go check on it? You're like, Hal, go ask. Right? Dad, will you go ask? It seems like it's taking a long time. How many times you've been sitting in a restaurant and the food seems like it's kind of taking a while? Miss, right? You don't sit at the table and just go, well, I don't know what to do. Right? And that's just for a meal. That's for a meal. Think of anything else you wait for. You don't wait that long. But for whatever reason, when it comes to this, we think that we can't follow up the same way we would follow up if we're waiting too long to get a meal. So, you'll make it happen. They're definitely giving the small banks and the small businesses and the sole proprietors, finally, right? The round one didn't really do that. They're giving you the head start. But here's what I want you to remember is that there are a ton of people, you might be included, that in PPP1 lost out. So there are a lot of banks. I mean, I just talked to my bank today. I just have one client got stuff in, just didn't get it, finally got it, and the money ran out, right? But we just talked to the bank, hey, is there a new app? No. Is he first in line? Yeah. Is there anything else you need? No. Okay. And then as soon as it comes live, it's like, hey, is he in? Right? Follow up. I mean, if that banker's not following up, you're not getting an email. I mean, there's banks right now that they're emailing, hey, do you want to do this one again? Do you want to submit? Yes. Okay, boom. Hey, do you need new information? No. Do you need a new application? No. Right? Is there anything else you need? Whatever you need, I'll get it. You sure? Are you sure? I mean, what you have to think of, this is what the banks do. This is what they do. This is why they love doing it. They're loaning out money, or they're giving out money. They're giving out these grants. That's what they do. Don't have to be sheepish about it. You don't have to be like, well, because a lot of what that is that you don't want to hear if it's a no. So that's part of why you're putting it off, right? You don't want to know. You want to know, but you don't really want to know. Maybe no news is good news, but maybe no news means I'm not getting it. Well, just call. Just follow up. Because I'm talking on this one. Shouldn't be a week, 10 days. It should be. So, you know what? I always say this, and then some people are like, oh, I stuck till the end. I don't know if you stuck till the end, but I appreciate if you did. So this is, I got two versions, right? I had the one version, and I'm just, coach's version. Because you got to remember, there are a ton of people that own businesses, and they're working in it. Their hands are working in it. And this isn't really the video for them, maybe. Right? Because you know what one this speaks to me is that coach's one. Okay, that coach's one that I did. I'm slapping the table and stuff like that. And I'm just saying, if you want to be entertained, you can go watch that one too. If this didn't fire you up enough. Because if at the end of this, you're like, well, I don't know. Maybe. Then go try to get in the coach's huddle in that other one. And you'll know it because it says, if you don't like getting yelled at by your coach, don't watch this. Okay? JJ the CPA here for you, looking out for you, because I want you to get the funding that you need and deserve. It's there for the taking. Go get it, because you can. You totally can. You're all on it. Got all the information that you need. There really shouldn't even be any more questions. You fill out the application, pick the bank, you're done. You should know what documents you need. EIDL, SBA.gov, you apply. Last time, what's your ID number? What's your address? Who owns it? What's their social security numbers? How many employees do you have? One. You're the only owner. What's your total income? What's your total cost? Put the number down that you know that it is. And get her done. And do this. You're probably doing this like at 4 a.m. Because when the money ran out, it was like 4 a.m. I almost saw it live. Okay, it's going to come on early. Maybe my prediction. Right? So you want to go to that Poison concert, right? You want to go to that Chainsmoker concert. You want to go to, I was going to say Juicy WRLD. He's not around anymore. Drake. You're going to a Drake concert, okay? Front row seats, right? You're going to a Star Wars movie, right? It's opening night, right? Luke Skywalker's going to be there, Mark Hamill, but only for the first 10 people that are in line. Right? New video games coming out, boom. Call of Duty, whatever number. What are you doing? I'm up, I'm ready. Right? This is definitely more important than that. So you got this. All right, JJ the CPA, out.